But let me explain retainers to you so you understand them. When you hire an attorney on a retainer system, the initial deposit is not a flat fee. So let's say it's 3,500, 5,000. I think right now the general going rate is about $7,500 for a retainer for a brand new divorce case. That retainer is then billed against from their staff, from the people that answer the phones regarding your case, to the paralegals, to when they make photocopies. Everything is billed in 0.10 um, minutes per hour. So every tenth of an hour you get billed, and that can go very quickly when the paralegal staff is charging, $200 to $250 an hour. The attorney's charging $300, $400, $500 an hour, whatever their rate was. And so that money can go very fast. If the attorney does 10 hours of work, that's $5,000. That money is gone. I talked about yesterday how we would take over cases for clients who did pay $5,000 to an attorney. And when I looked up their case, all they had done is filed a petition and a bunch of communication, but somehow went through the entire $5,000. And of course, they didn't want to plop down another $5,000 or retainer or continue paying the whatever the fees are from the attorney. And they came over to me because they were amicable. The person I spoke with today, they made a comment, and I haven't talked about this in a long time. He said, yeah, they sent me with a retainer agreement and I read through it, and there was an evergreen clause in the retainer agreement. And I haven't heard that in a while because I haven't worked for a law firm for over 12 years or for the courts. And so I said, yeah, those evergreen clauses, what that essentially means is once your initial retainer is gone, you will then owe them for any additional monies that they bill beyond that. So let's say that you did a $5,000 retainer and they billed the 10 hours and that money's gone. Not only does the evergreen retainer say they don't have to call you and say, hey, by the way, your retainer's gone, we're now into new money you're going to owe us. No, they just keep working, and you don't know that they've used the retainer until you get that first bill that says, hey, by the way, that $5,000 is gone and you owe us another however much more money based on how much work they've done. I can tell you, again, 12 years ago when I worked for a law firm, that every month when the billing would go out, you could guarantee 20 calls from angry clients who didn't realize that how did we spend $5,000 in less than a month and already in another 5 or 10,000 into their case, and they had no idea that's being billed. So he called us. We have flat fees here, and to take over a judgment, currently we charge a flat fee of $799, and I think he was shocked to find out after talking to 10 to 15 divorce attorneys that I would straight up say, here's the fee, $799. He's like, do you need to look at our paperwork? No, I don't. I know what I'm getting into. I know you're amicable. I know you guys are in agreement, and I'm going to finalize your case. I don't need to review your paperwork. As long as you guys meet that criteria, I can take care of it for you. And then he asked, so that's $799 per person, right? And I said, no, it's $799. I work as a neutral third party for both of you. He was so happy. I sent him the email so he could hire me, and he paid, just after I hit send on the email, he had paid. I think he wanted to lock that in. I think he may have been afraid I was going to change my mind, which I'm not. So he's going to get his documents uploaded, and I'm going to double check to make sure everything's been filed. Whenever someone hires me, that they started their case, I don't just take over and move on from where they're at. I do a full review from their initial petition, response, proof of service, everything, because I want to make sure that those are accurate and aren't going to cause the judgment to reject. And if they are, I will correct them as well. So yeah, we do have a judgment takeover service. I keep saying half my business is people that come to me who have started their own divorce, and then it got a little tricky for them, or maybe they went all the way through and had their divorce rejected, their judgment rejected, and they need help cleaning it up. I can take over at any point, again, as long as you guys are in agreement.